Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wait, oh man. I went swimming this morning, and my ears are echoing. Oh great, that's gonna be fun. I'm updating my tags here, just a minute. So, all right, let's see if I can get this going here. What's the latest? Well, I've been working on the task, even though you haven't seen me in a few days. That's partly because I have been in transition with my computer. Also, I returned it. I returned my Surface Pro 8 back to Microsoft to get repaired. It was okay. So this is a long story. I mean, not a long story. It's a long process. In October, actually in August, my fan started to fail. In October, I returned it to Microsoft and said, "Hey, why did I wait so long? Because they stopped. They stopped being a problem. They just out of the blue just stopped." I was just about to send it in. I had the return, but if you send something in and they go and run it, it doesn't make the noise or doesn't do what it's supposed to, they're going to go, "Oh, this is fine," and return it. So I waited. By middle of October, it was failing again, and this time it was just constant. It was not. I could turn off my computer, and no matter what I did, I couldn't make it stop. So I was all right. Let's send it back in. So I sent it back in. It was end of October, and then they sent it back. Everything looks good. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's great." So I turned it on. Immediately, the fans are making noise and making noise. Did you even turn it on? They have these little sheet on the inside of the box when you get it. It says, "We ran all these tests." I'm going, "You liars! You didn't run any tests, because if you had, you would have heard the fans that are clearly stated on the ticket." So I just, the day I got it, sent it back. Now we're almost to the end of my warranty. My warranty ended in November, but because of all the shipping and blah blah blah, I was able to get it sent in one more time. And I was like, okay, I dealt with chat, dealt with them, going back and forth. They, "Oh yeah, we're sorry, we'll get it fixed." Send it in, and this time it comes back, fans are fixed. Yay, I think we're good. I plug in my devices, kind of start getting it going. I realize that now my Thunderbolt ports don't work. It's like they work, but like one of them constantly disconnects. It's like it was dropping me when I was. What would happen is I have an external video card which allows me to run higher graphics things on my Surface Pro 8, like games, and just have better resolution and just have better overall graphics performance. It was a 3080 Ti. Worked great prior to sending it into them in October, and it worked great when it was connected. But what would happen is it would just randomly disconnect. It would just say, "Oh, my monitors would freeze and everything would jump down to my Surface Pro, and it would say, 'Your graphics card disconnected.'" So I started freaking out. I was like, "Oh, is my cable getting worn out? What's going on?" So I bought a brand new cable. I mean, these are expensive cables. These are video capable cables that have, they're thick and they're solid and they cost like $20 some, and they're designed to have higher processing, higher flow rate of data, because a regular cable, USB-C cable, won't work. It has to be like a Thunderbolt high-speed cable. So I said, all right. Well, plus the first one I had was kind of short because I have to wire it in a certain way so that I can move my computer as needed without constantly disconnecting stuff. So I had an extension on it. It was a 6-foot cable with like a 2-foot, 3-foot extension. Both of them kind of expensive. But I said, well, is it the extension? No. Is it the main cable? Plug it in? No. It just keeps disconnecting. What is going on? So I tried the other port. Well, the other port is even worse. It's like you touch the cable and it disconnects. I mean, you just barely nip it. You move your computer a touch or whatever, it just disconnects. It's like, that's even worse. I had my camera on that one, but I hadn't noticed because, well, I generally don't mess with it. But there was times when my camera would inexplicably freeze. I thought it was maybe because it was just, inexplicably freezing. I didn't realize it was probably because I had touched the cable or done something that froze it. Because once in OBS, if you disconnect, it'll freeze. I'm like, you can't. The OBS will just kind of basically crash out. Now I know why, because that port was messed up too. And I never bothered to check whether or not anything else was wrong with it, like the touch screen. Because normally I just plug everything in and just start using it and use my keyboard and whatever else, and I never touch the screen. Well, this time I was really apprehensive. After I returned it and it came back, I was like, okay, I'm not even going to plug anything in. I'm just going to get it started. So I tried to do everything right there on the Surface Pro. And I realized that I couldn't touch the screen most of the time. I was like tap, 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 dragging. It's like, what is going on? And it's like, what is wrong with the touchscreen? Touchscreen was basically bad, so whatever they did to fix, I think the fans, they took the screen off, fixed the fans, but they didn't set the touchscreen right. They didn't put the ports back right. They basically did a sloppy job putting it back together to fix the fans. So I sent it back with the bad ports the first time, and I'm like, okay, well, now you've got bad ports. And guess what they did? They didn't even plug anything into the ports. They didn't do anything to test. I told them the ports are bad because they lose connection. They didn't care. They ran diagnostics, sent it back. We ran all these diagnostics. It works fine. You did not check the problem that I had. And since I didn't mention the touchscreen because I didn't know the touchscreen was a problem until the next time. So now I'm calling back. I'm going, look, not only are the Thunderbolt ports still bad, you did nothing to fix them. Now I realize that the touchscreen is also bad. I can barely touch anything. Nothing works. I mean, I can kind of sort of if I mess with it enough, or it seems like I could drag because it'll pick up while I'm moving my finger. But it was just a mess. And I wrote, this is the 4th time I'm returning it. The first time I chat with them, oh, we're gonna fix it this time. We guarantee it. We guarantee it. And then we're gonna send it to higher level tech. Blah blah blah. I reached out to them 3 days later. Nothing. They hadn't even created the ticket. I talked to the chat person. She goes, I'm gonna see if we can just get it replaced. I said fine. So they got approved. No problem. They're gonna send me a replacement. So that's supposedly what I'm getting is a replacement. But I don't have hope that it's actually a new system. So I'm afraid they're just gonna send me someone else's thing they didn't check. That's a refurbished device. It works fine. We ran all of our diagnostics on it. And they're going to send me a crap. I'm going to get someone else's problem they didn't bother to fix because their stupid diagnostics don't catch physical problems like bad connections on the ports or bad touchscreens or, well, they don't even catch fans apparently. They don't even listen to it. They don't use their ears. They only run the diagnostics. They probably plug in some auto thing. It boots up, installs. They come back 5 minutes later, and it probably shuts down. They probably never listen to any of these devices. It just loads up, runs all the tests, shuts down. They come back. All the tests passed. So now I'm without a computer again because I had to go. It took me like 4 hours to get it to the point where I could test my devices on it this last Friday. And so I put up with it for one day, Saturday, so I could stream a little bit. So I was streaming a little bit on Saturday. And then I packed it all up on Sunday. And now it's going back. So hopefully I'll have a new computer or a replacement computer sometime in the next few days. Hopefully it won't take them too long after. Replacement shouldn't take long, right? You send it to them, they send you a new one. But maybe by the end of the week, if miracles do allow. But they send things to you way slower than they send you because like the label they send you is like 2-day UPS. So I put it in, they have it usually by the next day or the following day. But when they send stuff back to you, they usually like 5-day UPS, which takes a lot longer. And last time they sent me a label, said, hey, it's been shipped back. I was on Thursday night or Friday morning. And they didn't give it to UPS until the following Friday afternoon, according to UPS. Oh, we have it in hand now, or Monday afternoon. So it took 5 days from that point to get it to me. So by Monday afternoon, they had it. By Friday morning, I had it. And then by Friday afternoon, I knew it was crap. It wasn't fixed. So anyway, that's the story. I'm back on this computer, my old computer. And I didn't stream yesterday because I bought a device to try to see if I can connect my external video card straight to the computer. And I just thought I'd wait to see if that worked. It didn't. So last night, after testing, I realized it doesn't work. So I took basically yesterday off for streaming while I try to get that working. And so I'm back to this one, fully set up. I took the video card out of the external box, put it back into this computer, took the device out, put it back in a box, set it up for return, and now I'm back. So there you go. Long story. It was a long story. And it gets longer if for some reason I get to go through this whole Microsoft debacle again. I'm hoping they're not sending me someone else's broken computer. I have, at this point, they can't, they're constantly platitudes. Oh, we're going to get it fixed. We're so sorry. This is really serious. They do that every time you call. And I just told them, stop. I don't need your words. I just need a fixed computer. I understand. Yeah. You're sorry. It's not your fault, chat. So you could stop. It's not the chat person's fault. It's tech's fault. They're not on the phone with me. They're not talking to me. I'm just talking to some chat person who's processing the claims. What happened? Failed to plug MongoDB. Wait, what? Let's try that again. Now, apparently my MongoDB setup. I was trying to get my Docker to instantiate or create a Mongo database. It's failing to do so, so I got to figure that out. But let's worry about that later. When I get this part going and everything's functional, we'll work onward to getting that up and going. Man, now I have the echo in my ear from swimming this morning. That was, got my 1,600 meters in. I guess that's a good thing, right? I'm not totally sure what happened to my streams from Saturday. I did stream once and I was talking to people, but it doesn't show that it actually existed on Twitch. So something happened. I don't know. All right, let's see. So I was trying to get I made some major refactoring again on the app, but mainly because my proto file was getting so freaking huge. I'm like, okay, I need to break this up. So I turned it into a bunch of smaller proto files, and mostly they worked. But I also created an auth microservice, which I don't know if it works because I haven't actually done anything with it. And so I'm going to have to see if I can get all this working. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I also need to create in my UI the account page. I don't actually have one. I think I actually did go through and create the account folder. That would be the account page. Yeah, there it is. Don't have anything in it yet. I guess I got to decide what all's going to be on an account page. I guess I have to start visualizing that. As you know, I've been developing this both on a website and ultimately it's going to be on Android and then way ultimately PC, which will be a later change. But primarily my goal is Android. But a lot of this can be done, a lot of what I'm doing can be done in React or web. So I'm going to have both because I want to have, because the React website is kind of my test bed. It's a lot easier. I get it done quickly. Plus I have some features I have in mind that can only function through the web. Or I believe they're only going to function through the web. So I have some plans and ideas for that, and therefore, like I have some chat streamer type functionality I want to make available through my web UI, which will require the ability to log in and set up certain functionality on there. So that said, I need to get everything that I can. Now, it's not going to be as graphically, well, the plan is for the Android app to be way fancier graphically speaking. I'm going to get what I can into React, but I don't expect there to be as much, because I think you can only do so much. It's not going to be 3D object models and really kind of, really cool. There are web games that probably do pretty well. I don't expect mine will be that. But, okay, I'm really thirsty. I got to get a drink. Let's go with muscle milk. I can't drink caffeine right now, and I'm not really interested in drinking. I don't know. I'm not really in the mood for like a sweet drink yet. That's later. I usually save my sweet drinking until the afternoon. So I don't know why. I mean, they're not sugar. It's like whatever fake sugar the particular item I'm drinking has. I have a friend of mine who's always pointing out to me what the drinks I'm drinking have in them. He's like, oh, well, that one's going to kill you, and that one's going to kill you. I can't drink any of that stuff because it'll kill me. It's like, okie dokie. It doesn't matter which one. I don't know that he officially approves of any diet flavoring, but he buys some weird ones because I guess those ones pass his test, and and he has me taste them, and I'm like, bleh, bleh, gross. I don't know what the heck they're sweetening this with, but no wonder no one uses that in an actual drink. Not in a drink that anybody's buying. I can't imagine. These some weird drinks I've never heard of, and then I'm like, I can see why I've never heard of that, because that is not a good tasting drink. Oh, That's gonna be annoying. Yeah. All right. So where am I? All right. So I have got to get my so I think what I'm going to do on the UI side of this, I have to put a place for my account page to be navigated to. So let's go to the home page, which is, I guess, this one. And then you can see I have my coach and my simulator. These are boxes that need to have the values. And this is like my updates component, but I will need a new one of these. And we'll call this one account. Or, yeah, let's just go with account. And then this one is going to be, all right, so I have no idea where this one's going to sit, but it needs to not be opaque fully, which I think this is the opacity. We'll say 5. I'm not sure what the 0 is. Oh, that's a border. Diamond shaped top. background color. Oh, maybe it's this one I want. Yeah. Oh well, we'll just say 5. All right. I think that's the color of the thing. This is probably just the border. I'm curious what color that is. So I think we are going to move this guy. Let's see, that one was the coach, which is way over there. It's going to be height. This is only going to be like 1. And then we're going to say the left is going to have to be like 8. And the width of this thing, this one's going to be kind of small, I think. Let's go with, on this one's to a 26. And height, we'll give it a 26, or we'll give it a 26 as well. We'll make it a square. And I'm guessing where I'm putting it. I'll show you in a moment where this is planning to go. Oops. So what I'm trying to do at this point is, if you've seen any of my recent endeavors to update this, I've removed the menu. And that's because I'm trying to make my game look more like a game. So less menus, more gamified navigation on the screen, places on the screen that you click to go to things. So my goal is that I would get this set up in a way that looks kind of cool. Now, I don't know if this is the best way to set this up. You can see, oh look, it's pretty close. That's where I want this to be. I have one on top of the coaches, one on top of the field. This one will take you to the simulation. This one takes you to coaching stuff. This one's going to take you to the account, which, whoa, is way, whoa. I kind of thought this would be the account. No, I guess this could be the account, but I kind of thought out of the way, kind of up in the corner of the tower. And I'm only using it for now until I come up with another image. And if this is AI, so if you're like, oh, he's using AI, well, look, I have no money. I'm poor. I'm out of work. I'm doing this as cheap can be, and I am not an artist. So there's nothing about me that's ever going to create something like this. This is actually kind of cool. And trust me, I see the problems. Like, I can name the one that stands out to me the worst is my practice field is a baseball field. It's round. I don't even know what kind of field that is. That's just a track sticking it in there. That's my practice field, which is what I'm going to use for like training or fitness testing or whatever the features are that come with making your guys better at what they do. So yeah, So I did do pretty good at moving that over, but my width is apparently too much. And I think it's because I need to set my polygon here. I'm not sure what shape I want this. Let's go with, certainly not going to be the same shape. I think it's kind of the same shape as my football field right now. So I thought I copied the coach. Well, I kind of did. I thought I copied coach as a rectangle. But I must have copied the simulator. What happens if I take the clip path out? Because the simulator doesn't have that. I just want to see what this does. There you go. Yeah, that's a little better. Now I gotta make this smaller though. Let's see. My width is gonna drop down to, I guess, what, 16, I guess? Oh, what'd I do? Oh, dude, no. That's not even the width. How'd I end up on that spot? I don't know what I'm doing, man. Where the heck am I going? Let's just go with 1. And then we're going to say, we're going to change you to 16. And the left is actually, well, okay, the left is not great. The left is not far enough over. We're going to have to go with 90. Oops, 92. The height is actually really good. I got the top. I almost hit that one right on the button. Alright, we're still pretty good, but my width is kind of wide. So I guess we'll just go down to, try 10. Did that change anything? It's like, why is my width having such a hard time? All right. 0, 5. There we go. So let's make it the whole tower, though. We got to get some serious height in here. So let's actually raise my top up. So instead of being, I don't know, 13, we'll go 10. And then we're going to take the. We also want that height to be significantly more. We'll go 2. Better. So I kind of want to be able to select the entire tower. So we're going to have to go to like 0, 5. And we'll go to, let's try 3. Now I could try to shape the tower and be really picky, but I think that's good enough. I mean, it's a small width item, so I kind of want it to be. Let's make sure everything moves when I move. Yep, we're good. Yep. So my image resizes itself. So now I have my account page. Now I don't know how I'm going to do that. If I'm going to label it somehow, I probably should. I should probably come up with a way to label the page somehow. But it's kind of funny. My box is staying the same shape, but the whatever this border thing is is like changing shape. I don't know what that is. This is my latest news. Everything I've updated so far. So once this is available, once I actually get the auth working and I get this deployed to my prod container, this will actually be something that you can look at on your own when you check out the site, and you'll be able to see how what I've been doing. I don't update it constantly. You can see I did one on 113, but the one before that was 127, so it's 2 weeks, and then about a week before that, a few days before that, another couple of weeks. So it's somewhere between 1.5 to 2 weeks. I try to update this and kind of show things that state things that have been added or removed or updated. Some things aren't always UI. There's not a lot of UI sometimes because I spend a lot of time with the back end, sometimes even the tech debt. You'll see other updates that I do as well when I'm updating my project plan or my sprint. But now I have a link. So now that goes to account. Account has a page. The account actually does have a page. Will this go there? Oh, well, my account page is my, I copied a home page. Forgot I haven't actually done anything with it. So what would be key elements with a, let's do something. Let's go see here. What are key elements? I'm gonna copy somebody. Let's say web. Let's see if there's a web sports games. No. 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 See, React, people don't really do a lot of 10 different games using React. All right, well, let's just. Let's see if anybody, hey, Archmage. That looks like a game to try out or go look at. Preview of React. What's it called? Basic knowledge of HTML, CSS, fundamental JavaScript, setting up environment. See, this guy's like me. He's not an artist. Well, he's got, well, or either that or he's not a graphic designer. If he drew all these pictures, then maybe he is an artist. But these cards are very bad. So the graphic design of the card is not great. Arco Mage HD. Let's go see if I can find this. Arco Mage HD. Is that actually a game that exists? It is. Okay. It could have been just like a sample. That's what I was thinking. But let's see what this guy did. Huh. I don't know. What is this thing? That thing looks like that thing. Bricks, gems, recruits, bricks, gems, recruit. Okay, I have no idea what this is, but I want to go see what this guy's count thing looks like. Count page. Huh, there's no login. He doesn't have an account page. Unless he just uses Arcomate. Okay, so this is not an official game, I think. Opponent's quarry, brick production. Your quarry, brick production. Huh. And the images are pretty so if he did draw those, they're okay. I mean, probably better than I would do. It's a pretty nice brick layout there. But this background looks like AI. It sounds like something you would ask AI to put two castles with arches in them, or put a castle with arch in it, and then AI says, "Oh, I'll put two castles with AI in it with arch on it." I still don't know what this is. Clicking that doesn't do anything, but it moves weird. I don't know. There's a weird tile in the middle. Okay, anyway, there is not a. This guy doesn't have it. There's no account. Yeah, let's leave. I don't see any way to actually sign in. So that's just a weird game. All right. I'm trying to find a web game that has a login page. Just so that it's, I just need to see an art. Let's go to any old random game website. How about Riot? Riot has a login, but they have I think they have an account page. So you got this, and then I'll sign in because I do have a Riot account, but no, I don't play LOL. I'm not a loller. All right, active my account. All right, here's my account. Let's go to settings. Just kind of get an idea of what people put on the account page, right? All right, here we go. So you got your emails verified. You got the ID, which of course you'll have to have. Your personal information. Connected accounts, which I probably should set that up. Everybody seems to do that. That's a normal thing, but we'll worry about that later. I haven't got that. Riot account sign-in. So they do have their own account sign-in. We recommend that you periodically update your password to help prevent unauthorized access to your account. Two-factor authentication, login management, and communication preferences. Communication from Riot. Yes, Riot may send me about releases, game updates, events. So it's pretty straightforward. I know I'm letting you see my account, huh? Oh no! You can see what my tag is. And you can see my email address, which of course I've given out to pretty much everybody, so. Wait a minute. Oh, really? I don't have a verified email address? What? I don't know what that matters. What do I need a verified email address for? All right, we'll verify it. But I'll probably forget to go look at it, though. Yes, it's me. But, okay, let's get some basics on there. Let's do some basic stuff. I'm so lazy these days. I tell you, AI is great for helping you to solve things, but you get to the point where it's like, yeah, but why would I type it out myself? It just takes so much longer if you just... I got to figure out what I'll need to do eventually is dress it up. But I like to have the basics. Get to it. Just say, hey, these are the fields I want. And then have it type it up for me. And then I can tweak with it. If I go, all right, well, that has this and this has that. So I'm curious how they use do you get to create your own tag? Does that let you do your tag? Like if I change this, can I go over here and change my tag? Huh, you can. I feel like tags, which are only 3 characters, plus the hash, but you can't change the hash. Yeah. So I was pretty lucky. Because I feel like there's so many millions of games out there, or people, and Riot's got how many of them? I mean, Riot's probably got half the gamers in the world are probably got a Riot account. Because if they're not playing LOL, they're playing one of their other mini games, right? Legends of Runeterra, or I think they have other things as well. And those are super popular games. And if nothing else, people have created accounts and just, not did anything with them. But it just seems... And the reason I even question is because Marvel Snap does the same thing. Okay, Marvel Snap has let's see, well, on their account page, I'm gonna switch over to them real quick here. I'm getting an idea of what fields and data I actually want on my. And it's like, it's easy to just put a couple things. I might have fields that don't do anything at first, but. So if you go to settings on Marvel Snap, they don't have much on there. They have player name, you have your link accounts, and then you got places you can go, report a bug, player support, privacy, terms of service, but they don't actually have. See, they create a numeric tag for you. You can change your ID, but your numeric tag stays the same. I think the tag, so if you're using a non-SQL database, a lot of times your IDs are tags. They're some kind of a number or characters to identify a particular person or object or record or whatever. And so I think what they're doing is giving you an option to have that, and it'll connect to your tag and whatever. So whenever they're looking up your information, they can look it up by your tag versus by your game name, which is kind of long. I mean, gamers put all kinds of weird names, and by doing a tag, you don't have to filter out as much crap. Or use a number that doesn't adjust. I mean, I like my tag number on Snap, and this is the ID you give when you go to to any of their websites or whatever. They say, please list us with your tag so we can see, who you are. And you're putting it on a public site so everybody can see it. But mine is a 5-digit number. It doesn't have a prefix like that. But if your tag has to be unique and there's only 3 characters, how does that even work? I think it can be more. I just got lucky with AMG, to be honest. I'm surprised that tag wasn't taken. And I think I've actually done other websites that the tag wasn't available that I wanted, because it's just bad luck or whatever, or good luck to get it. So, yeah. All right, so I might show their tag, but I don't think I'm going to let them do their own tag. I might. Because, yeah, I can't figure out how that would work. And I don't know how they would do that. I'm trying to visualize how a tag is used. Because like I said, if you're using like a non-SQL database, a lot of times they use tags to identify records that are associated with an account or some other set of data. It's kind of like the primary key. It's the keys that are used in the code. Let's see, what else do I want? Sheesh. I will do the connected accounts. That seems to be so a lot of these guys, they have connected accounts, Xbox, PlayStation. I'm not doing Xbox and PlayStation. I might do Google. Well, I will have Google, Apple, because if you're doing Android, you got to do Apple eventually, right? So Google, Apple, Twitch, and Facebook. I think I'll do all of those. Those would be my 4. Under construction. Pop up when clicked. What else? All right, let's see how good this goes. So we will go to my solution page, my account page. And we're going to call this account management. Now we go here. And anything else? I don't know why it's the problem. Oh. How did I, oops, wait, what? I don't know why I did that. Yeah, that looks weird. That doesn't even have. Huh. All right, that's weird. Export default function home. Ooh, that's a lot. Jeez, what? Oh, where am I? Oh, no. I don't think I need this. Just gonna do it the same way as this one, because there's no reason not to. Who else do I have a page for? Let's go to my coach page. Coach page. What does that say? Import trace. Use state. Import React. Use state from React. You're importing a component that needs use state. This React only works on. Oh, what I have to say? Use client. Use client. Thinking about it. Did it work? I don't know what that did. Did it do anything? Oh, yeah. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Oh wait, stuff happened. Apple. It didn't put any spaces in there, but under construction. This looks terrible, but I've got me a basic page. It just looks like crap. It actually says non-editable tag. Well, hey man, at least I got something. There's something there that I can start plugging stuff in and making it look good. Now, I've got to visualize how I make this look decent. All right, so because it's got to. The account page, maybe the account page doesn't have to stay in theme too much, but I think every game should have its own account page. Therefore, you're not just coming. This isn't the Active Minds Games website. This is the login page for, PFFM. So everything has to be in theme for PFFM. It's got to kind of have that same look, feel, kind of general what do I want to call it, atmosphere. If I had Active Minds Games has its own gaming hub or whatever, like Riot. Is Riot actually the name of the company, or is Riot like an acronym? So I have door dashing to go do at 11, so we'll see what I get done here. I probably have to stop in about 20 minutes so I can go get my butt ready to go. All right, yeah, these are really ugly. I don't know how I want to make this look better. I don't really know that I care at the moment, because I just needed the page to exist. It's really all I was aiming for. And it does. It exists, it gets called, does its thing. Eventually I'll have to load data into it, and that's kind of why I wanted it, so I could load up stuff like the account page. So here's my thinking. Trying to decide. Some games have like an auto account. I mean, you just get an account. It just creates. But the thing is, I don't think that works with a web page. I think it works with like a device, because your device is singular to you. So you might create an account automatically, but like a web page, you could hit it from anywhere. You could hit it from your phone, from one computer, another computer, and so you can't just have an auto account because they could log in. If they don't log in, there's no saying who is this person. You could just be another person starting a new thing. So on a phone it works because you just put everything on that device, and whenever they use the device, they get the account that comes with that device, as long as it's, you know, an app that's on the device. So you can have an auto account that just exists, but you have to like connect it to something. And I noticed that that's how Marvel Snap works. They give you an account right away. You can play as a guest, and you just constantly play as you guest. But if you want to be able to log in other places and do other things, it tells you connect your account to other things. So it's an interesting strategy. It's like you have your base account, and then you have your base account with them from the phone, but then you connect it to whatever other locations, other types of logins, and now you have a connected account. So if I have a website that lets you, that you have to create an account, I'd probably say you'd have to log in with one of those accounts. This way, if you do connect your account, like say you do get a generic and it creates an account for you, and you do the connection, it'll connect those and they become one, which probably is just checking to see which one's been around the longest, and it'll give you whatever one you had first. So if you do a website account and you play with it for 2 hours and you say, hey, they got the phone one out, and they go work on the phone one, and the phone one, you just start fiddling with it and you go, oh, I'm going to connect this to my other account, and you connect it. It'll probably just take your whatever one you've had going the longest. So if you spent 6 hours on one as a guest and another one 6 hours logged in, if you connect the two, it becomes one, and it'll just take one of them. It'll probably, would it have to ask? I think the logged in one from Google would be the priority. It would just basically wipe out what you've done. I don't know how else to do it. I mean, that's why you connect your account, so that they don't, so that your data gets, I guess you keep it separate, but then, you know, you would, anything you do on one wouldn't transfer to other locations. Only the one that's actually on an account. But you can connect as many accounts as you want, and they all become one account. So if you log in as one of those, then you're good to go, right? These look terrible. So they're going to be buttons with their own images. I should probably find some pretty cool. I should probably find some images. Huh. No, that's not, it's probably not even important right now. I should probably focus on the actual setting this up. So I have this. And if I go to, if I'm on the Riot site, which I am right now, let me, my camera's in the way, so I keep leaning over. Apparently took too long. I went to go do the email verification, but I took too long. I go, that didn't work. You waited like a month, and we pretended like we didn't actually send it to you. All right. Woohoo! You know, I hate two-factor authentication. I know. It's people say, well, it's secure. Your stuff won't be stolen then. I know it's good. I know it's got its benefits, but ultimately, it's annoying. I mean, come on. Two-factor authentication is annoying, and anybody who says it's not is wrong. Come on. It's annoying. And the reason I even mention it is I'll probably have to put it on mine, but I will make it optional like so many people do. But I don't like it. Because you allow people to feel secure, and it does work. I just wish it was a way to do it, less troublesomely. I guess there's no right way to say that, or it doesn't sound weird. I got an email from my Instagram that says they can't log in. I'm like, wait, what? Who's trying to log into my Instagram? I haven't even tried to log into my Instagram. Somebody forgot their password to my account. It's like, maybe you need to go to your own account, buddy. You don't know the password because it's not your password. That is weird. Why is somebody trying to log into my Instagram account? Sure. I'm going to let Instagram show me notifications. I'm probably going to regret that. Okay. Anyway, back to task. All right, so I need to have a login page. Simply put. All right, now, what should I use? Should I have my account include the login page? I think I will. Or is login just a component? Maybe login should just be a component, because I think that's a page that will be called in various places if you try to navigate to a spot that you shouldn't, and so it's not going to belong to any one location. So we're going to just go ahead and create sure, we'll just use that one. We'll call this one Oops, I gotta stop because I can't rename. Oops, don't, wrong button, dang it. Now, the question is, where do we put the login button? I think login should come up when you start the app. Just like pop-up. Like when you go to the website, you have the app that functions, but there needs to be a pop-up screen or some kind of a say, hey, log in, blah, blah, and then you can save the login. Okay, so if we keep the token alive and well on the machine, now we just need to have some kind of a pop-up event. So when you arrive at the page, or at anywhere on the page, if you just arrive at the application, there needs to be a trigger that pops this up. So I do 4 types of login. All of them aren't going to work. I'm only doing Google right now. Also, I probably should add a couple for them to just log in directly. You put in a user ID/password field and user ID/email field, a password field, and submit button as the top option. Blah 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 blah. Just, I know, I'm being lazy. Let me think about it. This is simple stuff. I mean, just, writing out a div, going through the form, putting this stuff in. But I don't type that fast, and I'll probably make syntax errors. It's just easier to have AI go, like, I know what I want. I mean, just give me the div and the buttons and lay it out for me. And then once you get the basics down, you can go through and tweak it manually yourself, or you can get AI to help you tweak this or that. But it's like, if you could save the time typing, you're not going to have to deal with the little blathers that come along with it, right? So that's my opinion. So I think page for a existing unexpired token. Load the page. If not, pop redirect to the login. Do I have that? I probably have that. I think. I probably should. I most likely do. I feel like I've used router DOM so far on this app, but I've used it on other React applications I was working on, so maybe I don't. I could just do this. Let's go to my terminal and go what is it? React. I don't know if this works for this actually. Router dash DOM version. Huh. Oh, maybe it's not. Or maybe I can't. Oh, let's just do it. If I just do it install, it'll just install it. If I already have it, it'll just... I thought I had it, but I might not have it. Okie dokie. I always got to do this because it's my fault for always trying to use the latest and greatest. It's dash dash legacy peers dash dep. Legacy peers dependency, right? Yeah. Peer dot legacy peer dependency. Wait, is deps? Oh, I have the S in the wrong place. It's S and peer deps. Okay. All right, sucks to be me. Gotta go DoorDash. I gotta go get ready. Yeah. All right. Well, that's my morning attempt at getting some parts in place. And so I will work on it again this morning. I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon at 2. So 2:30, 3. Hopefully I'll be back between 3 and 3:30 and I can get back to it again, but that's only going to be an hour or two. So we'll see how it goes. Got to keep plugging away. I'm just trying to create the UI currently so that I can plug in and call my auth to make sure that my auth is working. I've created the auth microservice already, but I don't know if I've got all the bits and pieces in place to make the calls. So I'll have to create and I probably have to create a middleware to handle all of that stuff. I don't think I have a middleware set up on this account, on this app. So I'll do that, create a middleware, put a handling on all of my authentication so that I can go to various pages and do what I got to do. But until then, God bless.